Well, hello and welcome to the most generic podcast on the internet. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja, and that's the wrong button. This thing isn't working. Yeah, there it is. It worked, Francis. It works.
It did? Okay, good.
It works.
Yeah,
I'm so happy. The Stream Deck, the Elgato Stream Deck, people. It is. It's awesome. What's up, everybody? I would like everyone to know that Francis and I. You can mark us safe from the Facebook downage from yesterday as we record things.
It's funny is that, when I don't get very much time to doodle with the social medias when I'm working.
Yeah, imagine that, because, you're working.
But when I found out, I thought it was one of the funniest things because I heard, I don't know if it's true, but I read somewhere that Mark Zuckerberg lost like $6 billion as a result of the outage.
I did see that same thing.
In which I found rather humorous, just simply because it's, I don't know. I mean, I don't have any ill will towards Zuck, even though everyone hates him. I mean, whatever,
Right.
He did what he had to do to hook up with a lady. Like, he did what he had to do to get with some girls. Like, I mean, who didn't in college, right? Like, or who didn't, or at least in that age, like, who didn't want to. So I get you. But boy, oh boy, there's a little bit of just that Schadenfreude when you see, like, oh man, everything. 3 of the major systems are down: Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, gone. And it's just like,
yeah. Actually, that's I wrote down FaceGram.
FaceGram.
And that's what I wrote that down specifically, so I would say that, and then I forgot.
FaceGram app. I guess
FaceGram,
add WhatsApp to it.
Thank you, FaceGram app. Yeah. Yeah. People were freaking the fuck out, and I giggled because, I'm a Twitter guy. I say that, and I don't even use Twitter that much. But I mean, I scroll, I lurk on the Twitters, and then every once in a while when I have something a quarter worth of relevancy of something to say, I say it.
I think the most interesting thing that I found, mostly because it's just weird to see, but like a bunch of major corporations with checkmarked names were like having conversations on Twitter, and Twitter's like, so hi everyone, and then McDonald's is like, hey, so what should we do? And then Twitter's like, give everyone McNuggets, and they're like, sure, I'll get on that. And Burger King says something, and then Nike says something, and then like every major corporation with a check mark was like, we're cool social media people.
Now, what I did see, which was genius, was some of the OnlyFans content creators were posting lots of free content to be like, hey, you should come check out my page. It's on sale right now, as a matter of fact.
Oh, how convenient.
And I don't have an OnlyFans page to show my taint on. So I decided to repost the podcast tweet from Podcast Day. Yeah. I figured some self promoting was okay at that point. But I didn't see it honestly until it was fixed. I think around 2:00 my time is right around the time it actually got fixed. But I didn't, I'm working. I didn't see it.
Yeah. I saw it during on my first break when it just started, and I'm like, what, really? And I checked, and I don't have the apps on my phone because I just don't have the Facebook app on my phone, even though I should probably just get rid of all of it. And that was the hashtag that kind of was trending was delete Facebook, delete Instagram, because in the end they're just selling you as a product. Anyway, beside the point. The point is that I thought it was really funny that all these people were just like, yeah, it almost crashed Twitter. The fact that no one had Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp almost crashed Twitter, and I thought, there you go. If all of them can go down, I think we'd be in a happier world. We'd be in a much better place if there was no social media at all.
I thought it was funny that people were going back to their Twitter accounts just so they can get some sort of intake of some kind of social media or news, because going to a news site is too easy. But
well, I get zero news from Facebook. I don't. People are always like, there's all this stuff on Facebook, and I never. You know what I see on Facebook?
Pictures of kids.
Pictures of kids. A picture of like some our friends of ours like getting into new relationships. It's like really just kind of like slice of life stuff. I never see like, you should be doing this, and you should be doing that, and this is wrong and this is bad, and like I never see any of that stuff. It's mostly just like, hey, here's a picture of my dog. Right. Oh, hey, here's a picture of like the food I ate the other day.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Here's a plate of, and not to dog on Mexican food by any means, but here's a plate of Mexican food. It looks like baby yak. I mean, when you're sitting there and you're looking at the plate, I'm sure it looks hella appetizing. But a picture of Mexican food is not appetizing. Hey, Ginger.
Hi. I think the worst thing I've ever seen this was like a few weeks ago, where I had to unfollow someone, is someone this person you and I both know decided to take a picture of their poo because it looked like something. And he's like, isn't that cool? And I'm like, why would you do that? That's so gross. Hi. And I'm like, I have to almost unfriend you or unfollow you.
I think I don't even want to know, because I clearly missed it. So I don't even want to know.
I won't tell you.
Thank you.
I mean, I'll have to at some point, but
at some point you will. Yeah. I'll probably be like, did you see that thing from the dude? And you'll be like, nope.
But it was, it's funny and that, like, when Burger King was selling the burgers with the black buns, that seemed okay for people to take a picture of their poo because it was green. Like, everyone was taking a picture of their poo because it was green, and they're like, what's wrong with me? Am I dying? Like, no, you ate a black burger and it turned the color of your, like, geez. It was really gross. Sorry for grossing out anyone who's listening.
Your body sucked up all the other pigment, and that's all you were left with.
It's just so weird. People are weird. It's like, don't show me what's in your toilet. Just move on with life, please.
Right.
Please, for the love of God, move on with life.
But I mean, God, I remember back in the first maybe year of Twitter, and there were people that would do that all the time. They would tweet out, taking a dump. Just got done doing this or that. Like, hey, Guapo.
Got done dropping the kids off at the pool.
Early social media fucking was pretty funny, especially now that you see a lot of the posts start to pop up in your Facebook memories, and it's like you look at it and the post is like, what the fuck? Oh, this is back when it said Josh is.
Yeah.
And you'd fill in the rest.
Oh yeah.
Like this, why am I saying this? Why this doesn't make any sense? Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I there's an app called Time Hop that lets you look back, and I stopped because I'm like, it's repeating a lot of the same memories. Like, it's fine. This is what happened 11 years ago on this day. It's like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember when I said something stupid 11 years ago on this day.
Right.
Oh yeah. It's also kind of weird because we joined around the same time.
Yeah, right around the same time.
Yeah. When Twitter only had 140 characters and you had to use TwitPic to put a picture up.
Yes. Yes. Back when you were on your, everybody was on their mad dash. Their mad dash to get as many followers as they could. And now, Francis, 12-ish years later, we are on another mad dash to followers.
Yeah.
We are on the road to 2,000. I hope this button works. Let's try it. It should be, yes. Where's the sound? Yes, it works. Yes, folks, the road to 2,000. I don't know if you heard that, Francis.
I heard nothing, but yay.
Well, I heard it, so hopefully it went out. I didn't actually look at the waveform, but in my ears, the reggae horn went off.
Amazing.
When I hit the button. So, and the graphic went away, so I programmed that one correctly. I don't know if the subscribe button one I programmed or not, but you should subscribe. Let's hit the button and see what happens. Oh yeah. And there's audio for that one too, but you didn't get to hear it. It's you and Savannah cracking up.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So subscribe.
I wish I could hear us cracking up because we do like to crack up at once.
You know the sound bite. I'll talk to you later about it.
It's gotta be Dino DNA.
No.
That's the only thing.
No, but that should have gone in there actually better. But yes, like, subscribe, do all that stuff because we have fun around here. Francis, did you see that Captain Kirk is going up in the dick-shaped ship?
Oldest man to go into space.
Yeah. His hairpiece is gonna. How is he gonna keep his hairpiece down?
What? It's a tribble floating through the sky. I can't seem to get it. Oh, the tribble. I want him to, when they're flying up into space, do like, does anyone see what's on
the wing? There's something. There wasn't a long enough pause there. I apologize.
There's some thing on the wing. We gotta go back home. Yeah, I would love to just, but I don't think he has that kind of sense of humor, in all honesty.
I don't really think he knows where he is half the time anymore.
Oh, the dude's sharp. Dude's sharp for 90.
I saw him a couple years ago at a local show here, and he looked like he wanted to be any place else but there.
He did a whole panel at Dragon Con, like a whole hour and a half panel at Dragon Con. So, I didn't watch it because I don't actually care much about William Shatner, but
fair.
He did I don't know. He's not he was fine. I liked him. Look, I liked him a lot in the original series. I thought he was great as T.J. Hooker.
Damn it! You beat me to it. That's the one I always pull out when people talk about the Shat. It's that one and Rescue 911.
I even, in honor of the Shat, for one of my episodes of all of which the raw audio has gone sad when it's here, I used his audio from his album.
It's like a not spoken word, but it's like jazzy.
No, well, he did one all about space.
Okay.
And he does, and weirdly enough, one of the songs from the album All About Space, where he does like Major Tom and all that stuff, he does Bohemian Rhapsody.
What?
Yeah. You need to hear it. Mama.
Guapo.
Just kill the man.
Did he do gin and juice? That would be awesome if he did.
Put a gun against his head. Pull the trigger. Now he's dead. He's just so crazy.
I'm gonna have to look for it.
Yeah, look it up. It's great. Anything he does in that realm is just so funny. Oh man, and he takes it seriously too. Obviously, right? Like that's his serious. Like, here's me singing. This is my audio album.
Guapo has a spoken gin and juice that he's going to send me. I will definitely check that out.
Yeah, gin and juice is probably not in this particular album, but yeah,
I'm
not surprised. He does it all.
At least he gives it his best.
He loves horses.
He does love horses. There were no horses at this convention I saw him at, so maybe that's why he was
So sad.
So sad and
I miss the whinny of my horses.
just uninterested in being there. Although I did have his room number. I did get that out of
Bow.
I get that out of an employee that worked there.
Oh. I thought he left it on a napkin.
So what room is the shot in? Huh?
Like, what could you have possibly done with that information, though?
Well, I don't know. Go knock on his door and be like, oh, that's so unprofessional. Knock on his door and be like, hey, it's the shat. And then have security kick the shit out of me.
His spry 90-year-old legs will be able to more or less kick you in the balls. So
his hairpiece would jump off his head and have things to say to me.
It's really just a resting Shih Tzu on his head.
Right. Yeah.
That's all it is.
It's an attack Shih Tzu.
Attack Shih Tzu just sleeping on his head.
Yeah. You did mention something, Francis, and I do want you to hold back your man tears.
My man tears.
Because you did suffer a hard drive loss. Apparently.
I don't know if anyone's experienced this. Have you experienced this before?
I have not experienced a hard drive loss, like a crash per se. I'm using a dead computer as a computer stand right now. The computer itself, if I actually just sat down and been like, all right, let's fucking think about this, I can rewire the thing and have a second computer. But I tried taking the video card out of it and just unplugged things willy-nilly because I was like, this will fit in this other thing. Oh, no, it won't. Oh, shit. Well, let's put this back in. No. I don't remember how any of this went together. And this is why I don't work on cars.
Oh, yeah.
I could take it apart, but I'm not going to remember how to put it back together.
Oh, yeah. The demolishing part in construction is the best because, you just get to demolish. Putting back in a whole new house is the hard part.
Oh, yeah. I've gotten to help knock out walls before and cut holes in walls and everything else, dig holes in the ground. And yeah, it's not lots of fun, but cutting holes in walls is a ton of fun.
Yeah.
But building the wall, putting the wall up and covering the wall, and that's not really for me.
No, not even a little bit. But yeah, no, I'm a digital guy. I've had years of my life on computers. As a matter of fact, I would say most of my life is on disk. Except I lost about 6 years because I haven't backed up any of my stuff for like the last 6 years. So and one of my drives died, and so and of course it had to be the drive that had all my important stuff in it. Sure. All of my important stuff in it, pictures, audio, you name it, it was in there, and that's the drive that died. And like I said, luckily I saved stuff 6 years ago, so not everything is gone, but it does suck that 6 years of my life, which surprisingly isn't that much.
In the big picture thing, no, it's not that much.
Yeah, because I really haven't done much in 6 years outside of pictures, which I have backed up somewhere else. So, it sucks. It's a really weird feeling to know when your crap is just died and gone. Well, and you don't have a backup of it, or you don't have a copy of it.
Well, I think that's part of the thing of everybody being so dependent on cloud-based stuff or just everything being digital. There is no physical data anymore. There is no physical copies of anything. I mean, you can still get them, but
no.
I always said I'm going to be a physical copy guy for games because they're games. I want to own my game.
Right.
And somewhere along the line that changed because I'm like, I don't want to go to a fucking game store.
I mean, you can have it delivered to you.
You could. But
then it doesn't have the same satisfaction of knowing that it's downloading right now and I have it.
Right. Well, it's also you only have so much room for stuff.
Yeah.
You can only stack so many boxes on top of boxes of stuff before you gotta take those boxes someplace that you rent to put other boxes of stuff. And all in the hopes that place doesn't go through any kind of a flood or a fire.
I mean, that's the thing. Is like either way, there's some way to lose some.
Totally.
Nothing's permanent.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And something I noticed that I noticed from everybody that people just don't have pictures on their mantle anymore, like pictures of events, like pictures of your friends, family, whatever. Nobody puts a picture up on the mantle anymore. At least this, like us young, quote unquote, young folk, right?
Right.
But yeah, nobody has. I don't have any physical pictures of the last 20 years anywhere. It's all in digital somewhere. It's all computerized somewhere, hidden someplace. And it's weird because it's like I remember when you just have like little frame.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the Michaels, you get a frame, you get to put your picture in there, of whoever or whatever, and like you get to every time you wake up in the morning, you get to look at it.
Sure,
and, like,
sure.
I remember that. Like, yeah.
Well,
now it's just.
But again, the digital age took over. Now everything is the digital picture frame.
Yeah, but when's the last time you looked at your? When is the last time you went through your pictures from like the last 6 years?
I mean, I looked through them because I'm always trying to flood my body with endorphins of fun times past.
Okay, wow, heavy.
I mean,
yeah.
I like of cons and friends.
No, I mean, I get you. It's just it's so
and then so the Swiss and Bullets is saying physical with redundant digital backups for music. I mean, sure.
I don't buy Blu-rays anymore, but right. I won't buy a Blu-ray that doesn't have like a digital copy.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, like I don't know. I don't look at any of my stuff. I just sits there until I, for some reason, talk to somebody. It's like, oh, I want to remember. There's this time where I did this. Yeah, I'll look for the picture, and I take 20 minutes to look for the picture. I'm like, oh, here it is, for like 30 seconds of acknowledgement that I actually did a thing.
Sure.
And then we just move on with life. But yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I lost a bunch of stuff, and I'm wiser. Obviously, I have to start backing stuff up now and doing it on the cloud. And
yeah, this would be a perfect time if we were sponsored by like some sort of fucking tech company to be like, and this would be the great time if you need to back up your stuff using. But sadly,
I know we're not sponsored by them, but Microsoft gives you some free space. Google gives you some free space. Use it. Like if you can back up your digital stuff, use it.
Yeah.
Back it up there. Yeah.
For sure. It fills up really fast. But on the flip side of that, for $2, like a month or something like that, you get like 100 gigs.
Right. Yeah. At some of these places, to back it up, or you can get like a professional backup place that's like encrypted and stuff like that, and go there. But yeah, and then I had, it's just whatever. It's just so depressing to lose stuff. Like that. Yeah.
And I mean, you can. I mean, I suppose you could take that hard drive out and put it in something else to see if you can.
I did. That's why I know it's
never
dead.
Mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
but that's the reason why I know it's dead.
But that's also how I know your shit.
Yeah, I had to double check. I had removed it. I put it into. I have a portable drive reader, and I attached it to a laptop and to see if it would read anything. Sadly.
That sucks.
Well,
take it out to the garage, get yourself a nice big nail, nice big hammer, and just pierce that motherfucker.
Right.
So it'd be like, if I can't have it, nobody else will either.
I mean, just a hammer. You don't have to do the nail thing. Once it's exposed to air, it's pretty much dead.
Oh, I believe in destroying the disc.
Yeah, you smash it with the hammer.
Holy crap, that was a big book. what Guapo has a lot to say here. I lost so many photos over and over because my laptop would always crap out. I eventually had to get to the point of if I don't do anything with them, they're just taking up space. Feels bad.
Well, I did something with them when I first took them. I put them up on Instagram.
Oh, sure.
I got that.
So, I mean, at least they're there. They're not lost.
They're not lost per se. I mean,
per
not
se,
all
you don't have
there.
the physical picture, but it's there.
Right.
There's a copy of it out there. There's a copy of it out there.
Yeah. I mean, it's not all of them. Right?
It's not all of them. Yes.
But that's the thing. But then I think about photo albums. Like, when's the last time you look back in a photo album?
I mean, I've never ever really looked in a photo album.
I'm sure you're.
It's not. They exist. I know they exist. I know that there's probably one not in my possession here, but in my possession in the sense of like it's in a box somewhere that I own somewhere. Is one that has pictures of like me and my grandma and me and my brother, stuff like that. The family photos. But you pull those out again for like a throwback Thursday. If you need to scan a picture really fast. Or something.
I've noticed. I haven't noticed that lately. Has anyone done a Throwback Thursday in a while? I haven't seen Throwback Thursdays or Follow Fridays.
I think I'm going to bring back the Follow Friday.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to do that this week actually because that was fun. That was always fun back in the day, especially when like we had our little Twitter crew that would always every Friday you would there was our little crew of people that would always FF. The same group of peeps.
I think of it as like the modern MySpace top 8.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because like, who's gonna make the Follow Friday? Because obviously not everyone will fit into a 280 character tweet.
Mm-hmm,
It's like, who made it? Who
right.
got cut and who made it? So I find that fun.
Start having to do like multiple pages.
See, my only problem with Follow Friday was I never followed anyone that anyone recommended.
I would go through and click through. At
You
least
would?
I would click through and at least
I am.
see if the people were halfway funny or what kind of stuff they posted. See if it was worth looking at.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Oh man, good memories cutting people from your MySpace top 8. When my top 8 on MySpace was some serious shit. Shite. Yeah, I remember when I first got on MySpace, I was like, who the fuck is this Tom guy? I didn't know. Nobody told me.
Well,
nobody told me that he was MySpace.
Yeah.
But I remember first figuring out the coding part of things and being like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, they let you do the HTML stuff. So first thing I did was like, I'm going to add a song so I can annoy everyone who comes to my page that auto plays when you get on here.
Yeah, but you didn't think about it at the time that it was an annoyance.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it was an annoyance if it was a song you didn't like. But it wasn't like, I mean, that's where we got ringtone backs from, or ringback tone. Ringback. See, yeah, it's the right words, wrong order. Been doing that all day today.
Oh man,
those were always horrible. Those were always horrible, man. Like, if companies were going to allow phone companies to use their music, why wouldn't they give them the best quality version of their songs?
It's Backstreet's back.
Yeah, plus a ton of overdrive, so it's just blowing out your eardrum and your phone speaker.
That's why you just have to get, that's why you need to purchase, and you have to buy them, by the way, of course, for people who don't remember. You have to buy your ringback tones for $1.99.
Yeah, do you remember when you used to, maybe you still do, buy apps on the iPhone?
I mean, there's a ton of, I buy apps. Yeah, if I think an app is worth buying, there's a couple apps on my phone that I bought. Just because the service is good. And it's usually a thing that Like there's one app that I didn't have to buy, but they asked for donations, so I give them money every once in a while when they like, we need money. You work, I'll give you some money.
There was a keyboard. What the hell is it called? Swift Key.
Oh my God, Swift Key.
And so it's free, but they had a pay version. I was like, you know what? I really like this keyboard, and I still use it today. Mm-hmm. I haven't ever used the Google keyboard.
Oh, the Google keyboard's good.
I've never used it because I was like, I paid for this other keyboard. I can't.
I'm gonna bore people right now. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. 6. I have a fucking topic that'll top that. I'm sure.
I saw the Pixel 6. It's ugly.
Perfect.
What an
perfect.
Ugly phone. That is an ugly phone.
I have not. I've only seen renders. I have not actually seen it in anybody's hand yet. The camera bump on the back is what's really keeping me from like.
That's why I think it's ugly, because it's a raised bump, and they showed it. It's actually on the website now. I got the email for it.
Oh, okay.
Saying buy it now.
October 19th, right?
Yeah, or I guess pre-order, or something. Yeah. But it's a bump with the 3 cameras or 3 cameras and the flash in the back, and I'm like, no, that's ugly. Don't do that. That looks so bad. Like, it looks so terrible. Like, you can't even get, what kind of case could you possibly get for a phone that has that little bump on the back?
Right.
And plus, you're going to just damage the freaking, like, the lenses for your camera. Oh, it's the worst. Oh, I hate it so much. I saw that. I'm like, oh, this is the ugliest thing I've ever seen. The front looks great because it has just a little circle for the camera in the front.
Yeah, it's almost a full screen. Like there's a bit of a chin apparently at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, okay.
But a lot smaller than the 5.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's also going to be running Android 12, which was the boring topic that I wrote down because. 1, it should probably not be called Android 12. Damn it. It should be called whatever the 12th letter of the alphabet is. Have some sort of play on whatever.
That's true. Well, what was the last one? It was Pi, wasn't it?
It was, that's right. They did jump ahead to Pi. That is right.
Pi.
R.
What's an R? No, P, Q. Q, what's Q?
Yeah, it would be Q. I have a
that's why they went to 12, because what's a Q dessert?
Right. I guess. Well, they just decided to drop it anyway. But Skater Girl, she says, I have a Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra, which the names of phones are getting ridiculous. Yeah. And I have broken my camera lens multiple times, even in an OtterBox.
There you go. That point exactly.
So yeah, I'm excited. I was excited to get a new phone, but like I said, I've only seen the renders, and to me, it does look pretty damn ugly.
Check the website.
Well, I'm not gonna do it right now.
Oh no, not now, but I mean, like when we're done, check the website. It's there, and it's. Whew. Like I said, just for me personally, I'm just not into it.
If they push Android 12 to my phone, I'll probably just stick with my phone for another 2 years.
See, Skater Girl's even like the camera sticks out so far. It does. I don't get why. I mean, I get why, because they have to fit all the zooming, because it's probably
it's a telephoto
lens, yeah,
and a wide angle.
Yeah,
and whatever the normal wide angle and a telephoto.
But it doesn't use digital zoom. It uses like an actual zoom. So that's why it has to have that physicality to be able to move that little tiny thing. I mean, I remember back in the day. Well, you have a Canon something DSLR camera.
Mm-hmm. T3i.
Yeah. Like, these cameras now kind of compare. Like they're
totally.
They're kind of like on par with the $1,000 cameras that you see, whatever. But anyway, don't be excited. It's a brand new phone. It's the 6. They have the 6 Pro. It looks, it's fancy.
Yeah. Again, they're dropping the XL naming convention.
Yeah.
And going with Pro, because ultimately the Pixel line is supposed to be an iPhone killer. Or an iPhone competitor.
It is an iPhone competitor. I'll give it that.
I think that's why they dropped the XL and went with Pro.
Just stick with the XL because Apple has it Pro. It's the iPhone 13 Pro,
right?
And I mean, what makes it a Pro? I don't know. Anyway,
yeah,
just get it.
I don't know.
First off, I like gadgets. I like tech.
Oh, sure, yeah, totally. And I'll probably end up getting it once I have it in my hand. That changes everything. Once you hold
HTC,
it, I mean, technically, Francis.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like, it's not
the Pixels are HTCs.
What phone did we both have for a little while? It was the HTC right before it went away. That one HTC phone that we got right before it.
Incredible.
Huh?
Incredible. No, that was older. I think Incredible was older. I had a DNA for a little while, and then a truck ran over that one.
Yeesh. All right.
I think that was the last HTC I had. Was the DNA.
No. Now, whatever it was, we both had it for a little while, and we were both very excited to have it for as long as we had it.
Yeah.
It's a good phone.
It was. I have something to announce. I'm pregnant. No. No. Friend of the show, friend in real life, and voice actress. From you might know her Simlish from The Sims. You might know her as Lily from the Walking Dead Telltale series. But or from Psychonauts. And our good friend, my friend, Nikki Rapp, will be here in a couple weeks, actually, towards the end of the month. I think we're looking at the 26th, I believe, is when she'll be here, which, Francis, you will not be here.
No.
You will be on holiday, as the Brits say.
Yes, I'll be on holiday. I'll be out holidaying and having a good time.
Yes. Hanging out with Buffy and having some Grey Poupon.
Oh, man.
Taking Buffy out to the stables.
I have it saved. I really need to sit and watch all the commercials from 1996. I have it saved. It's on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I thought this was just something you thought of doing.
No,
and it was making a mission to find.
Somebody compiled a bunch of commercials from 96. It might have been 93. And it's like movie trailers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fast food commercials and all that stuff. And Grey Poupon's got to be on there.
Oh, I'm sure. Dude, when I was a kid, I thought Grey Poupon was like the pinnacle of food products.
I've never had it. Have you had it?
It's brown mustard.
Color me unimpressed then, because I thought it was, when you're driving up in a Rolls Royce, you kind of expect a little bit more than just the brown mustard. But okay, that's fine.
But the thing is, Swiss Bullet, it's not bougie. It's just they had bougie ass commercials.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, that's what had it stand out, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, it was the marketing that sold the shit.
It was a very good mustard, pinky ups.
Pinky out. It's some of those old commercials. There's a guy, a channel on YouTube that does collections of old retro commercials of some kind, of some decade, multiple decades, and it is fun sometimes to go back. See, it's fun for me, Francis, because I can get really high and really get my brain to go back to 96.
Mm-hmm.
And I can really settle in there and be like, yeah, I totally remember this commercial, even though I probably don't remember it really at all, and just Mandela-ing myself.
I mean, you had the fast-talking Micro Machine guy. You had, you actually had the rest of the cast of the Ronald McDonald and gang.
Yes.
You had
before they all got abolished and went to, fry hell or something.
You had You had Robin Leach in The Lifestyle of the Rich and Famous.
The old Robin Williams joke. My voice is so goddamn loud. Even animals go, "Who the fuck are you?"
Was that for Robin Williams?
It was Robin Williams. Live at the Met. Only he was doing it with moose horns on his. He didn't have moose horns, but he was mimicking moose horns.
Sorry, that's only Dave Coulier can do the moose horns.
Dave Coulier. What heroin hut is Dave Coulier hanging out in? Do you think?
I don't know, but he has Alanis Morissette on repeat.
Cut it out.
Cut it out. Quit it. Yeah, no, I don't know. It may be a waste of time because it's nostalgia. Again, why we did a podcast about nostalgia, because I love nostalgia. I really do. It's why we.
Well, it's something that there's always somebody or a group of peoples that are always going to be nostalgic about something.
But I'm nostalgic about everything.
Well, yeah, I
know
that's fair.
You talked about the see-through phones and stuff, the other week,
yeah,
and I'm like, oh yeah, VTech phones and
yes, the one that I wanted to talk about and I didn't then was the Nerf phone.
Nerf phone, sure. The phone that was shaped as a football. All the weird novelty phones that were shaped as like things.
Yes.
That got through Time magazine.
I think in our family we had a Mickey Mouse phone where Mickey was holding the receiver. And you take the receiver out of Mickey's hand, and the hand was the plunger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Swiss even mentions it, Mickey phone. Yeah, exactly. And what do you call it? I just completely lost my train of thought. Just seeing the words of Mickey phone.
Phones shaped as things.
Yeah, and you just all of those broadcasts of like selling you those novelty things were great. Like we all had something novelty in and around our house at some point. I was thinking about the clocks, right? Like there's two types of clocks that a lot of people had. They either had Felix the Cat or Betty Boop. Right?
Like a wall clock.
Cat, yeah, like a wall clock.
Yeah, okay,
Felix's eyes would go back and forth as the seconds, or the tail swung back and forth.
Oh, okay, that one. Okay, yeah. I know which one you're talking about now.
That old Felix the Cat, or if it was Betty Boop, she was just staring at you, and she had the clock. She was holding the clock.
Mm-hmm.
But Betty Boop was a huge thing for a little while, and then nobody cares about Betty Boop anymore because she's forgotten. Just like Popeye, just like Chili Willy, just like.
Here's a guy that hasn't mentioned Chili Willy.
Oh man, I love Chili Willy.
Chili Willy hasn't been mentioned by anybody since like '91.
He shared cartoons with Woody Woodpecker.
Mm-hmm.
It was like some Woody Woodpecker hour. It's him and Chili Willy, and I forgot what the other cartoons were. But yeah,
Heckle and Jekyll.
Heckle and Jekyll, sure. Yeah, exactly.
Two characters you couldn't put on TV today.
You could put Chili Willy on because it was
Chili Willy. You could. Heckle and Jekyll. You couldn't.
No, but you can put cute penguins. Definitely make the cut for current day.
It's funny. It's funny though that you said you loved Chili Willy. Chili Willy was 3 minutes of looking for something else to watch.
Well, yes, but Chili Willy was because he was in the Arctic and he was always cutting through ice. Like that's the one thing he did was cut through ice and get cold. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't very. Look, it was either that or Heathcliff. I mean, what are you going to do?
I mean, you watch Heathcliff until it went to the farm animal part of where it shared the other half hour with the farm animals, and then you switched it.
Farm animals were superior to Heathcliff. I'm telling you that now. The farm animals were superior. Heathcliff was garbage.
I'm gonna have
farm animals. Great.
There's Heathcliff. It's available on one of the streaming services. I think it's on Prime.
Oh,
I think it's on Prime. But
there we are.
Oh, did it do its thing?
Yeah, I had to reload the stream.
Oh. Oops.
Oops.
What the fuck were we talking about?
Huh?
The fuck were we just talking about? Chili Willy and shit. Cartoons. Yeah. The whatever is streamable right now.
Heathcliff is streamable.
Heathcliff is streamable. So I'll have to.
Farm Pal. What are they called? Farm Pals or something?
I don't remember.
The pig was like the main character.
Yes. I will check and see if those shorts are included in the Heathcliff cartoon still, or if they separated them. But if they are, I'll check it out and I'll watch. I remember them, but I don't remember which one I liked more. I want to say I liked Heathcliff more.
Oh, no. Those farm animals the best. Love those farm animals.
Well, I'll have to go back and watch.
I had to remind people that there weren't Animaniacs. So there was a stint of cartoons that came out from Warner Brothers. They had Animaniacs, Freakazoid, Tiny Toons, and Hysteria. Now Hysteria is the one that everyone forgets because it only lasted 2 seasons, but it was about history, and it was like Father Time and the Baby New Year or whatever. And it was great.
I remember the name. I don't remember the show.
Yeah. Hysteria.
Yeah, I don't. I remember Freakazoid. My little brother really liked Freakazoid. Animaniacs, all of those. That's all my jam. Tiny Toons is my shit. Yeah. Don't remember. Like I said, I remember the name Hysteria. I don't remember the show.
Yeah, again, Hysteria was the less popular of the cartoon. I mean, it lasted longer than Freakazoid did, because Freakazoid only lasted less than a season. But
they sure did love to repeat it, though.
Yeah, because it had a cult following afterwards. Like, it had to go away first for people to like it, and it wasn't during the era where they're like, "Oh, the fans like it, we should probably make more." They're like, "Oh well, we're done, move on." Mm-hmm. But yeah. Like I just remember a few things from Tiny Toons, like Want to Go Down the Hole and Filibuster, and then of course Animaniacs had the penal code, and they had to say good night, folks, because they said penal.
Do you remember Reboot?
Yeah. I mean, with the Dot Matrix and oh my God, who was the Megabyte? Was the bad guy?
There's a lot of people out there that want to see that rebooted.
No, they tried.
Reboot.
They were planning on rebooting Reboot. But no, leave it as is. It was right. It was terrible then. It's terrible.
Well, see, and that's why I'm like, why are we getting a Beast Wars movie when the Beast Wars cartoon was so like it has a cult following, but I don't understand why. I watched a bunch of the episodes, and I don't get it. It's so rough.
It hit those people at the right time.
I guess so. I think maybe I was jaded because I was like, this isn't a fucking cartoon.
No, it was like really bad computer animation in like a really bad digitally like fuzzy landscape, and you're just watching people like animals running around.
It's muddy and blurry.
Yeah, it was terrible.
But people have such a love for Waspinator, and mostly Waspinator, because Waspinator is Starscream.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was fun to have an Optimus Primal, just because of the name, you know.
That bugged me. It's like that's a stretch. That's a stretch.
No, Optimus Primal works. I don't think they had a Megatron. So
they did. He was Megatron.
He was just Megatron?
He was just Megatron. Why is he Optimus Primal and he's just fucking Megatron?
Look, it doesn't even make sense either, because the Autobots lay dormant since the dawn of dinosaurs, and they only are woken up in the 80s, when the Decepticons were woken up in the 80s. Mm-hmm. So, like, it doesn't make sense for them to be running around in animal form. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter.
In the future / prehistoric times, and I never understood it.
Continuity.
Yeah, threw continuity out the window. Kind of like I do with Synergy. Francis, today, as we record every time we do this. It is on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And there are Tuesdays before we hit the old record button over here, where I may scarf down anywhere between 2 and 20 tacos. You know, allegedly 20, you know, whatever. I noticed yesterday on a Monday that it was National Taco Day.
But here's the thing. Next year, it'll be on a Tuesday, won't it?
You have way too much faith.
Well, it's always on the 5th, right? I guess.
I didn't check that. I didn't do any research. I just reacted.
I did like your reaction. It's like, of all the days to make National Taco Day, it's on a Monday and not on a Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, like, and I said, who dropped the fucking ball on this? So I ask you, Francis, rhetorically almost, who dropped the fucking ball on this? Why can't National Taco Day be like Thanksgiving? It's always on a third Thursday.
Question. That's actually a really, really good question, because it should be always on a Tuesday. Like, I know, like Skater is pointing out that yes, it's always on 10/4, but good buddy, by the way, 10/4, good buddy. But that should be like National Trucker Day then, 10/4, right?
It should be. It should be, actually.
And Taco Tuesday should be like the 1st of October, because then it's like Taco Meat, Taco 101. Right?
I like that.
No, I think there should
be.
You're right. I think there should be a national holiday for taco, like official day on Tuesdays. It's taco, like on October. It's always the same. It's always the first Tuesday of October.
Right.
And that is always National Taco Tuesday. And it shouldn't just National Taco Day. It's National Taco Tuesday. I have solved the world's problems.
I know. I just got a message on my own personal communicator that the stream is sucking a little bit. I apologize. This is the internet that I have right now.
Which is funny, because you're not lagging on my end. You're fine. You sound like the crystallist of clear right now.
Great.
You were like butter here, so it's funny that it's not really. And I'm looking at the stream now, and I'm like, I'm moving.
Well, that'll be the test, I guess, in about 10, 15 seconds when you start moving on your screen.
Oh, there I am doing my hand thing. Oh, that's terrible. Well, sorry, guys.
So, yeah. So I just I don't understand. Speak English, Josh. If the 3rd or 4th Thursday, whatever it is Thanksgiving, and it doesn't matter if it's the 17th or the 25th or the 96th, it's just on that day. National Taco Day should be on a Tuesday, just period.
Well, National, Indigenous Peoples Day, aka previously Columbus Day, is always the 2nd or 3rd Monday of October. Like, it's always a Monday. It's never like on a Tuesday or a Wednesday or Thursday. It's always like on a Monday. So yeah, just do it to tacos.
Like, who
does like a good taco on a Tuesday?
Who's in charge of these fucking things?
I don't know.
Did you get a memo? Did you vote on this last November?
Every time I vote, I'm like, I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that, like, that ballot measure to make. Remember that ballot measure to be like, all right, every year on Tuesday, the first Tuesday of every October, shall be known from here on out as National Taco Tuesday.
Yay or nay. Yeah.
That's what they need to do. They need to go back to the old terms instead of yes or no. It should be yay or nay. Or I. Because then the eyes have it.
Wow. Yeah. We went on a weird tangent there.
I like tacos, man. Tacos are great.
Tacos are great. This would also be a great place if we had a taco sponsor. Or like a food sponsor that did tacos.
That's right, Swiss.
No,
we have I don't know if you guys have this, but like at 2:00 in the morning here, there's a terrible taco place. Like, apparently it's not actually very good, called Tito's Tacos.
I've heard of this.
Yeah. But their slogan is, do you know what's better than a Tito's taco? It's two.
Is this the joint that they're smothered?
I don't know. I've never been.
Oh,
I looked it up once and I'm like, oh, it's considered a terrible taco place. I'm like, oh, well. I mean, I guess that's why they advertise at 2:00 in the morning with Crazy Gideon.
Sure. There is a joint not too far from my house called Viva Burrito. And anytime it's late, you know, like bars closing time late, this place has a line through their drive-through. It's like wrapping around the building for people to get their clamshell gigantic burrito. Yeah, it's not very good, but when you're drunk, it's probably delicious.
Yeah, you're kind of getting over your late night drinking need to put yourself some food. Apparently, for Viva Burrito is good.
To be fair, it's been 20 years since I've had it, so I maybe have to go back and give it another shot. Next time you're out here, we'll both get really fucking drunk. We'll take an Uber over to fucking Viva Burrito.
Viva Burrito. Yeah.
Great when drunk. Yes, I mean that's the only time I've ever had it. To be honest with you.
I mean I'm assuming that's the best time to have it is when you've just had a couple of pints. You're nice and kind of you're toasty.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, you know what sounds good right now? Viva Burrito. Or a Tito's taco.
We got a joint here, Francis, that made for stoners by stoners type of place. Mm-hmm. Which I wish I had thought of when you were here all those 6 years ago.
I know. Has it been 6 years already? Oh my
2015, 2016. Yeah. It's a place. This is just becoming a fucking commercial in the last part of the show.
That's all good.
It's called Chiba Hut. And Chiba Hut. So Chiba, right there. I mean, that's a weed reference. All of their sandwiches are all weed reference. Like they're all marijuana strains. So like their turkey club is called the Cali Mist. They have an AK-47. They have a
oh god.
They have, and those are all marijuana strains.
Uh-huh.
You can get Kool-Aid there, which is pretty fresh. But if you go to eat there, when you go to eat at some places, they give you the little stick with a number on it, and you go take the little stick to your table, and the waiter or waitress knows where to go to pick up, drop off food.
Yeah.
Well, at this place, they do the same thing, but instead of a number, you'll get a picture of Willie Nelson or Snoop or some other weed person like Nate Dogg.
Oh. Afro Man?
Afro Man, yeah. And then you go take Afro Man to your table and you wait for your food.
Uh-huh.
It's just, gimmicky, weed related, but the food is actually decent.
It works. I like the gimmick. I'm down with the gimmick.
Yeah. Gimmicks are great.
Yeah. Speaking of gimmicks, I was actually kind of mildly looking up to see if I can find out what has happened since we're talking about Mexican food restaurants in Colorado. What happened to Casa Bonita?
Casa Bonita, officially now owned by the creators of South Park.
As of a week ago, so after we had talked about it.
Yes. So there's a lot of reports in the last 2 months that they had already purchased it. And there were also reports of the owners, the then current owners, saying like, no, we're not selling it.
Well, it's probably NDA on that.
Oh, I'm sure. And there was a group here that's been working with Casa Bonita for like the last 2 years, definitely over the last year, of buying all of their debt.
Oh.
There's a mariachi band that apparently had a huge bill that wasn't being paid. They were like, we want our money. And no audio.
Oh, no.
Everything's running, so maybe hit refresh.
I mean, we got responses. I'm curious.
Maybe I'll type in the thing here, I guess.
Yeah, type in there. Oh, she's right. There's audio. Oh, but Skater Girl here is just fine. Skater Girl, you have the super secret connection to the
right.
You know. Well, anyway, just so that it's just not us awkwardly looking at things.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna vamp. Did I tell you, Francis, that recently I was able to hit somebody with the Alt F4?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't know.
Oh, geez, why would you do that to
them? Because I thought they fucking knew what it did.
It's like telling them to delete their MS.
It was an
Windows,
Excel. It was an
whatever.
Excel form.
Oh.
Yeah. And I mean, I know Excel auto saves, but I don't know how often it auto saves.
It depends which one you're using. If you're using the most recent one, it doesn't auto save often enough. But if you're using
So yeah, this person was working on some shit, and they were like, "I just don't understand. Why isn't this working?" I go, "I don't know, man. Try Alt F4." And they just, I wasn't looking, and they must have done it because I just heard, "Oh, you son of a bitch!"
You just tell them again, erase this file, and you'll be fine. What file? The Windows. You know, in the C drive, it says Windows. Just delete that. You'll be fine.
Open up the prompt. Type. Oh shit! I forgot.
Type in format disk.
No. There's a word you could type in a word and it just fucking erases everything. Fuck.
Not format disk. I'm a little surprised.
Yes, that will. But there's just one word. You just type this one word and it's done.
Yeah, that's it. Delete System 32. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that'll do it too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna bug me. I'm not gonna remember what that is. But yeah, I giggled. I'm like, oh, well, at least you know what Alt F4 does now. As I watched the counter on my little thing here just drop because people are hitting Alt F4.
That'd be really funny.
That'd be hilarious. What else is going on in your life, without breaking kayfabe too much, if you don't want to?
Is it on the list?
No, because I've run out of things.
Oh. Nothing too much. I mean, yeah, it's mostly just rebuilding after losing stuff and those types of little things. But other than that, it's weird. Life is pretty. It's kind of back to routine again, despite the fact that we don't have any normalcy yet. Like, it's just kind of become routine. Like, I go to movies every weekend. I'm watching James Bond this upcoming weekend. I saw the latest Venom movie this past weekend. All anyone cares about is really the end. So life is kind of just routine again, sort of. I don't go
modified.
Yeah, I still don't go to the places I want to go. Like, I haven't gone to any museums yet. I still haven't gotten a haircut. I need to get a haircut, but
Well, you want to look fresh, so you want to do it, a little closer to when you need to look fresh.
Well, actually, then that's now, because it's only in a few more weeks. I'll be gone in a couple weeks.
Which sucks because, like, when I reached out to our friend Nikki, I had to see if she wanted to come on the show. I was like, hey, Francis and I will be on there and just BS and kind of see what's going on in your life. And then I sent it off, and then I thought about it. And I was like, wait a second. I know Francis has a little vacay coming up here. He put a request in. I approved the vacation time.
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, thank you. Thanks, boss. I appreciate that. No, I think you should, get somebody from, Nerds That Geek, maybe or something.
I think
guest closer to the show.
Yeah, I think I might have to reach out to somebody just so there's someone to bounce.
Yeah. Not that you can't bounce off of Nikki, which sounds weird, but you can
rephrase that.
It's not you can't do that.
Right.
But yeah, that's cool that you'll have someone on after a couple weeks, and
it's I'm really interested when we do get to speaking as someone who spent a lot of time on the con circuit.
Yeah.
How she feels about going out there. As opposed to us that we got chances to go or we wanted to go to this or that. For the most part, yeah. She's a talent there.
She probably has a guarantee.
So and I'm sure, or at least a guarantee a reserve or something. And I won't find that information out, but
no, that's insider baseball.
Right. But I am interested just to see that again, someone that was on the circuit, that spent a lot of time on the circuit. If she's jumped back on, I haven't really seen her if she has or not, but she and we hit it off really well at a show here in Denver, and she's been super supportive of me, and she's just an awesome person.
Yeah, she's great.
So I'm excited to have her come on. If we can't do it in person, we can at least do it this way.
Yeah, I mean, look, despite everything that's going on, people are still doing shows and stuff is still happening.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I'm okay and with at least with certain people sharing with the marijuanas.
Yeah.
Like I've gotten to that point where I'm like, yeah, I could share with you.
Yeah.
I mean, even to the point of, hanging out with somebody on a semi-regular basis. Ooh, yeah, it is kind of, it's just a modified sort of thing.
Yeah.
You get out of the car to go to a restaurant, like, hey, you got your mask? We're going to take it.
Oh.
No, but that's I have asked that. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You got your mask for? We're going to take it off as soon as we get in there, but But yeah, it's a modified way of getting things back to normal. I think that's everything, Francis.
Yeah, no wrestling this week. I'm a little surprised.
Well, there's things that happened, but nothing that really stuck out crazy for me, at least worth talking about, and sending you videos that you have to watch things.
Watch the last, especially that last one. You're like, watch the last minute, and I'm like, just like the last minute of this 5-minute video. Okay,
well,
and then it's like, that makes sense.
Yeah, the other 4 minutes were fucking bullshit. And you had to see the main bullshit of the overall bullshit to understand why I was so mad at the bullshit.
Yeah, the rope break. Yeah,
like I said, man, WWE employed God that night, and God is a babyface. Anyway, I'm gonna hit the buttons again for the follow and subscribe, because that's what you should do. Francis, you won't hear the horns, but they're playing right now.
I hope somebody hears the horns.
I hope somebody heard them. Otherwise, it's just kind of like jerking off my own ego that way. Otherwise, I have to reach over and hit the horn button over here.
Makes me think. Yeah, it just makes me think. So I don't know if I hear any sounds anymore. You did something earlier where I can't hear sounds after the intro.
So yeah, because they're all. So as I was stating, I programmed all of it to go through the Stream Deck.
So you guys can. Oh, you can see they can hear it.
Yeah,
okay, good.
That's good. So yeah, definitely like, follow, and here's the subscribe one, which Francis can't hear. Savannah giving out a big mega yeah, and the two of them giggling. But follow us and subscribe on all the places and do all those things, because we have fun here. Francis, it's that time. It's that time of the night.
Should do another Mango Kart Tuesday.
We should. Well, hopefully we can get Savannah back on here I know she's been busy with her personal career and doing stuff in the real world. So hopefully we can get her back on here. What?
Yeah, with her silent.
Well, if you may not have noticed, but she had a gigantic wolfhound living at her house that was as tall as she was.
Hopefully it's not as crazy as that other dog she had for a little while. That was just like, man.
That was horrible. Francis, where can people find you on the internets if they so wanted to do so?
SincereSarcasm.net. If you guys know someone who does web design, I think I need to pay somebody to fix my website because it's so bloated with stuff that I haven't updated. It's just for a show now. I really need to change it. So let's just focus on the one show.
This would be the part of the show where we would have the commercial for Wix.
Yeah, Wix or something. Yeah. Like I need somebody.
Francis, we set all these sponsors up during the show, and they just haven't come to us yet.
Well, once we have that 2000, we're gonna have to beat them off with a stick. And you get Blue Chew and Ray-Bans or Raycons and all those other and what was the bed one?
Ghost Bed or something like that.
No. There's one where it's like the bed like comes compressed and it. Yeah.
It's all the same company. They just have different
logos.
Same
company, yeah. It's like, and then it's like, the company. I'm actually going to try this because I haven't. This is going to be a weird topic to even end because I know we're ending. But when was the last time you bought new clothing? Even though I know you bought jeans recently.
Dude, those jeans I bought fucking suck.
Was that the last thing you bought before, or what was before that? What was the last time you bought something new before that?
T-shirts. This is the part where the $6.tees.com. Well, we don't have that. I don't even think they have a commercial, but that if you need a cheap T-shirt, man, those guys are great.
So there's like clothing rental places.
Nope.
You just rent.
Nope.
I'm willing to try it.
Nope.
They mail you the clothing. You get to pick out what you want to keep, and then you send the rest back. So you can wear it for the day. So your outfit's always
the swag.
It's like, no, I don't know. A few podcasters I listen to have. Maybe just rent the swag. But I'm like, oh man, I should try that. Or because I don't have any new clothes. I haven't bought new clothing in like 10 years. Right.
I think you should go check out that website I talked about because Francis, it is full of punny stuff and shit that you and I would enjoy, which is why I've purchased many a T-shirt from them.
All right, I thought that. SincereSarcasm.net.
You can find me at 303_ninja on the Twitters, 303ninja on the Instagram, POIPodcast.com, 314-764-7631. Text, call, or voicemail. You can call into the show and we're live. You can call and leave a voicemail and we'll play it on the show. You can text it and I will attempt to read it. Utilize that because it would be fun and a good way for you to join into the show and have a conversation with us goofy ass people. You can email us at the POI Podcast at gmail.com.
Gmail.
Yes, if you are super shy and you don't want to share your voice, you can put whatever you want in the email and send it to us, and I'll attempt to read it as well. I have not hit go on the Patreon. I'm still waiting to gain up the confidence to hit go, but that is coming. It is built.
It costs you nothing.
It costs me nothing to hit go. It costs you something if you want to participate. I'm thinking about $5, and for that $5, we will do something monthly for you people. It will show us that we're not wearing pants when we do this or something. I don't want to hit this for the third time, so I'm going to not hit the music for the third time and just tell you guys to join us next Tuesday, 7:30ish, as we like to do. I do like to play the LSPDFR, not on a regular basis like I should, but come watch me play video games. Francis is itching to say something.
No, I'm doing dun, 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 dun,
and like I said, join us on the 26th when Nikki Rapp from video game fame will come and hang out with us. Squirrel Girl, Zombie, thanks for coming and hanging. Everybody that is still here, thank you for hanging out.
Call her Squirrel Girl, it's Skater Girl.
Skater Girl, Squirrel. It's because I got a picture of Squirrel Girl. Every Tuesday we were here around 7:30. You can come hang out with us. And everybody that's watching on the YouTube version, come watch live and have fun and participate. It's fun. I fuck up a lot, and we giggle. Everybody have a great night. See you later. Bye-bye.